Okay, so we are live. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. If you are joining us right now, thank you for coming on board. We're going to have a very beautiful conversation this evening with someone who has vast experiences in being able to manage staff and also to make money in business. And as usual, when you're joining us, do us the honor of letting us know where you are tuning in from. Whether you're joining us live or after this live stream, let's know where you are joining us from. And then do share the live stream. Share the live stream and invite your friends, invite your fellow business people to come to be part of this conversation. We are going to be looking at how to train your staff to make lots of sales in Ember months. I mean, we are now in the Ember months: October, September, October, November, December. These months are usually known or usually taken as months where lots of individuals make lots of money. And it's not peculiar to Nigeria alone, it's peculiar to all nations of the world, if I can say that. I've not been to all the nations, but I know that from information and from knowledge gotten and the news that we watch, I've been to a few. People like to make money during the December period. I mean, by now, airlines must have been booked out during the December period. Airbnb in different nations must have been booked out. Even certain hotels have been booked out. Even short-let apartments have been booked out from November. It may be difficult right now, except it's the new short-let. Or, I mean, it may be difficult right now to even look out for a short-let to book for your holiday events. And so, um, December, Ember months are always looked at months where you can make lots of money. And if you have staff that are working for you, I think training them to be able to make lots of money for the business is one great thing to do. And in this conversation today, I have a great woman. I mean, she talks humbly, but I mean, this is someone whose company has chains of outlets all over the nation. I'm talking about Abimbola Balogun, and one of theirs is very close to me, and they have been chopping my money. So fresh is very close to me, and some days I'm like, no, let me listen to my financial advisor. No, today I'm not going to spend. But man, when you start eating their fresh food, their fresh salads, their rice, you want to go there over and over again. And sometimes I spend like 5K on one. And then you think about it the next day. I mean, So Fresh is great. Their juices are fantastic, their salads, their rice. And so we have the co-founder, I have the co-founder with me on this live stream to teach us how to train your staff to make lots of sales in Ember months. Already she's smiling. I think one of the ways to make people to bring out money during the Ember month is to smile at your customers. Do your staff know how to smile at customers? I mean, when I go to certain hotels and I go there with a female friend, and then we're stepping out, and those at the reception are like, you look at their face, I don't know what goes on in their heads. Maybe, oh, this guy has finished, that kind of thinking, you know. And they don't understand that some of these things piss people off, and that will make some individuals not to come back to the hotel again, thereby making the hotel to lose money. All right. So your staff, they are great assets that you can utilize to be able to make money for your business in this Ember month. So, without wasting so much time, please do two things for us. Just tap the share button beneath and share this live stream right now. We are streaming on Facebook, we are streaming on YouTube, and we are streaming on LinkedIn at the same time right now. So, if you're joining, let's know where I can see a Diala Kingsley, I can see Ngozi Stanley. You're all welcome. Please let us know in the comment section where you're tuning in from, and then do two things: share the live stream right now and invite your friends, invite those who have businesses, those who have members of staff working for them. Let's come have this great conversation and let's learn from someone who has a lot of experience when it comes to training staff. Welcome, ma. Welcome, ma.
Thank you so much, Chief
You so
Emeka,
much.
for
Thank you so much.
that very heartwarming introduction. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for
All right,
having
Ma.
me.
We're not going
Good
to
evening.
waste more time.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go ahead, introduce yourself. Tell us about your impressive resume. I mean, intimidate us, and then go all ahead and please train us this evening. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you all for joining this very beautiful evening. My name is Abimbola Balogun. I do a lot of things. I'm a lawyer, right? That's my background. And then I found a new passion in human resources management, and that's my new love, right? Because I just have a natural gift in sporting talents and understanding how to manage people to drive really impressive business results. And so, with my HR training, I now help more businesses set up their HR structures, teach them how to manage employees to drive business goals. An entrepreneur as well, so that's what I do 9 to 5. I'm the co-founder, like Emeka has said, of So Fresh. So Fresh is so dear to my heart as well. I started this business with my husband 13 years ago in Lagos, Ogba. Very small corner shop, about 45 square meters space. And we just started it with a big dream. We started really small, but with a big dream, okay, to change how people, perceive food, how they eat what they eat. So we came in through the healthy angle, and that's what we've been doing the last 13 years, from one very tiny shop to 15 restaurants, and we are still counting. We are, spread across Nigeria. We're in Lagos, we're in Port Harcourt, we are in Ibadan, we're in Abuja as well. And so we're coming to a city near you, but that's not why we are here anyway. Tonight, I'm here to open up your minds and to teach you some profound insights. Very practical. I'm a very practical person because I manage real people. As of today, we have over 170 employees. Okay, so I understand the challenges around managing people with different experiences, perspectives, interests, backgrounds. I mean, there's just so much when it comes to managing even one staff, let alone multitudes of people. So I know what you're going through, but I also have good news for you to say that it is possible to set up the system that gets people to do the right things, that get people to achieve business goals. Tonight, my assignment is to train us on how to train our staff, tell us how to train our staff to make lots of sales this Ember month. Oh my goodness. If you know the money that is waiting for you to come and take them, right? So many opportunities locked in this season, in spite of the macroeconomic challenges that we all deal with business owners. I understand it. I go through it. I know it's a daily battle, right? So I understand. But yet, to navigate through this season, we need to make money. And I see business owners getting drained, getting overwhelmed, getting frustrated because it seems like they're just the only one that understand the goals. They're the only one that is so passionate about the business. Their staff are just there, always waiting for you to tell them the next thing to do. The next thing to do is as though they cannot even think, right? So I understand your struggles, and so I want you to stay tuned, stay with us as I take us through three profound strategies that you can begin to look at and work on. Okay, take action on it, and you will see how that will give you some change. You will begin to experience some change in your business. Tonight, I'll be talking about three strategies, very powerful ones. They are perhaps not what you haven't heard before, but I want you to have an open mind and listen through. So I hope you have your pen and paper. I've got mine because I'm waiting for questions. So if you have questions as I teach on, do not hesitate to drop it in the chat box. This is your moment. All right, so the first strategy, when it comes to, because before before you train, right? You just don't jump into training people. No, you don't do that. These are people that are already products of different environments, different trainings, different influences, different impacts, So you just don't hire people and you just train. You, as a business owner, you need to get yourself together. You need to understand, what are we going to be pushing to the market? So my first point tonight is your product strategy. You need to get your product strategy right before you train. Okay, because that will give you like a clear roadmap as to what information do my staff need to know about this product. What information does my customer need to know about this product? So your product strategy, it means that you need to have an offer. You need an offer in this season if you must make money. You need an offer. You don't just wish for money to fall on you, right? No, you need to have a product strategy. And one of it is to have a juicy, very hot, compelling offer in this Ember season. This is a season where, people are looking for beautiful things, useful things, valuable things to buy, to gift out, to use. Okay. What can you create? So you already have a product line, right? What from your product line can you create another variant of that you can offer the market, such that you will create an irresistible package that customers cannot resist? You must be conscious of price. A lot of people are price sensitive at this time, so you need that product strategy to give you a clear direction. That gives you a clear direction for your business and how you will play in the marketplace. Because if you just jump at it, what are you even going to train them with? What are you even going to tell staff? So sometimes we feel like these people are clueless, they are not doing the right things. But guys, these people are indeed clueless. They are clueless because you have not really created an offer that they can market and sell. So yes, so the assignment I have for you is to create a juicy offer from your existing products and let it be your Ember offer for your customers. You know what that just helps you to do? It helps you meet the needs of your customers. It helps you reach new markets. And another thing I want to add here is that you need to start early. Start early. Start creating. Don't say, oh, I'm waiting till December. October, we're already in the season. We're already in the mood to buy. We already have that money to buy. And the early movers, they have a better advantage over the late entrants. Okay, for those who will enter very late, you are already going to be at an advantage. So it's time to have that brainstorming session with your team members and say, guys, from these products that we have, what can we create and sell? Whether it's digital product, whether it's physical product, you have to create something that will sell this season. And that will help you communicate with your team members so they can stay focused and push this offer to the market. Like I said earlier, what having a product strategy also does for you is that it gives you a competitive advantage. Because if you start early, you become, top of mind for your customers or for people out there who are prospective customers. They're like, oh, I've seen these. Oh, I've seen these on XYZ page. Oh, So Fresh have this offer too. Oh, this person have this offer too. Oh, but you will be very, very, very strong on their minds. So you need a strong product strategy that can allow you differentiate your offerings from your competitors. It is a highly competitive environment. There is nothing we can do about it, but we can have strategies. and we can implement those strategies to win in the marketplace. So that is one of your, winning tactics in the marketplace, having a product strategy. Okay, create products that can, appeal to your customers, that can, solve some problems that they have. Maybe it's a pain point, or so many things. People will do birthdays, people will gift Christmas gifts. How ready are you? How ready are you to be innovative and creative in developing a new product, and you can make that your hot, juicy Ember offer for your customers? It also shows that you are thinking, you're a forward thinking brand. You care about your customers, right? And you are very aggressive about growing. It also delights the heart of your customers. Imagine if I just, get into your store or online, go on your website, and I can already see some, deals popping, flashing, something really visually engaging. I'm like, oh, yes, let me look at this. You can even say, oh, this offer, if you pre-order, you get this at this price. Okay, if you pre-order before this date. So it's time to think outside the box and align your products with the needs of the consumers out there. I'll give you an example. There's a woman around my office area. So sometimes, she sells food, right? But seasonal street food. If it's corn that is in season, she's selling it. If it's plantain, she's selling it. If it's this one, she's selling it. She's so on the, you can't even meet her not selling anything. She's so creative. She understands her market. She understands products that she can push and present to us to buy. So it's time to create those products and let it appeal to your customers. The second strategy you must have, okay, before you even begin to train your team members, is your service strategy. Your service strategy. And I'm so glad that Emeka touched on it. I mean, the first thing he talked about, the parfait, the product, that's a strategy. Create something that will be memorable in the hearts of your consumers. The second one is strategy, service strategy. And he hinted on it like, oh, is this my smile? Also one of the strategies. Yes, like it's part of me now. Naturally, I smile. But if you are not someone that smile, or your team members or your employees are not those people that smile, that one, Emeka has said it, and I endorse it. It is also a strategy. It is a strategy. But on my notes, service strategy, it gives you a blueprint of how to win the hearts of your customers. So beyond the products, beyond the fancy, impressive, irresistible offer that you have created, yes, we agree, your products are great, like not like kids, right? But to win in business, you need to go a layer more. And so beyond your products, what is your service strategy? How will you win the hearts of your customers over and over and over again? So talk about the look and feel, which was what Emeka, alluded to earlier. The look and feel of your staff and your store environment, if you have physical stores. But even if you have online stores, it's still the same thing. Even if it is a WhatsApp that you have, if it's a website that you have, what is the look and feel when people chat you up? How do you make them feel? Do you have a sales script that make people feel warmly welcome to your space, to your business? Okay, because that is your business environment. So when you step into your environment, how do you make them feel? And that alone is a strategy. If you package it, you have a content to use to train your staff. So what I see a lot of business owners do is assumption. We are experts at assumptions. You will say, but can't you think? Don't you have common sense? Don't you know that when a customer enters, you must greet? Oh, okay. Sorry to burst your bubbles, but yes, that common sense is not common because some of them do not may forget. Maybe they are even thinking and they are lost in their thoughts. And so you can develop an SOP around warmly welcoming customer, or if a customer chats you up on WhatsApp, you are saying within 3 to 4 minutes, somebody must acknowledge that greeting, especially if it's still within your business hours that this customer is, chatting you up. You need a strategy to win in the marketplace. You cannot just assume and wish for things to happen. You will make it happen, and it starts from you, the business owner. So it's a lot of work. When you see businesses like So Fresh, oh, their standards are the same, whether you go to their Port Harcourt branch or you go to their Lekki branch. I've been to almost all their stores, and their standards are the same. Yes, it is a lot of work, and it is a strategy, and you can curate it the same way you are intentional about the content you put out on social media. You have to be intentional about how you want customers to engage with your brand. So the look and feel, how your staff look like, their uniforms, and even if they are wearing mufti or their own personal wears, is there a guide around dress code and how smartly they should dress? Is slippers allowed, or they can wear smart flat shoes? Those things, you have to be very intentional. You design the experience that you want your customers to have. And when you do all of these things, you are training your staff in the process. Okay, so your store branding, this is a colorful season, a happy season, a beautiful season. You can't look dull because you won't be attractive. You will get lost in the crowd. We won't even notice you. Yes, we won't notice you because the world is too beautiful to be boring. You are boring, so you can't be boring. So you also write good sales scripts. Sales scripts gives your staff members like a standard uniform way of communicating things to customers. So you are welcome. So for instance, if you step into a So Fresh outlet, we can say things like, you're welcome to So Fresh, ma, or sir, what would you like to have? So if it's a male, sir, if it's a female, so what would you like to have today? Okay. And when they are going, we'll tell them, thank you, see you tomorrow. Okay. With joy, with excitement, and it has to be genuine. Okay. So those sales scripts are so important. They don't have to be long, depending on the vocabulary level or capacity of your staff. But it's good to have scripts that can support their efforts at selling, and at helping customers buy from you. So effective communication is so key, and it flows and starts from you. That's your service strategy. It serves as a foundation for communicating the value of your services to both your customers and your employees. Let customers know what they get to enjoy. What experience do you want them to feel when they come into your environment? Okay, it also ensures that customers will perceive value from your brand. So the first point is product strategy, which speaks to creating value in terms of products for your customers. Service strategy is what sort of experience do you want them to feel after buying from you. How is your packaging like? How is your presentation? How is the look and feel of everything about your brand? How memorable are you going to be in the midst of so many competition doing the same thing that you are doing? How would you stand out? That is what we are talking about. How would you stand out? And until you design that strategy, you will not have a framework to effectively train. So you will just realize that what you'll be doing will just be talking. And don't you know, I told you to do this. You did not. There is no strategy, no document, no standard operating procedure, that can be referred to, okay, from time to time. And the third point tonight, of course, is the people strategy. The people strategy. You can have a fantastic product strategy, you can have an amazing service strategy, but with a weak people strategy, everything will be messed up. Or you will be overwhelmed, you'll be burnt out, you'll be sad and angry, and you will not make money. And we're talking about how to make lots of sales. You'll not make lots of sales because your capacity to make money will be so limited. So, people strategy is the game changer. Okay, it is the game changer, and that is what I am super, great at, helping you design that people strategy, helping you see areas where your processes are weak and how to strengthen it. Because with people, you cannot just assume and expect. You will design the expectations that you want to see. So, in terms of people strategy, the starting point is who you hire, where you get them from, how you hire them. Okay. So we are talking about recruitment here. Recruitment and recruiting the right talent for your business is such a super beautiful people strategy that can, make you lots and lots of sales this season. Getting the right people. In fact, I can't even imagine what my life will look like if I don't have employees working as so fresh. Okay, we are still open, mind you, in all our 15 locations, but I'm here doing Facebook Live, right? I'm still here pursuing my passion and teaching you. Okay, it is because I have built a people strategy that allows me do other things while my staff are doing their jobs. So I'm not a COO at the same time I'm a watchdog. No, I'm not a watchdog. I do not have to sit down and watch them before they do the right things. And they are making money. This is my phone. I'm seeing their alerts. Bang, 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 bang. And that's what I want for you this Ember season. Just be doing bagang, bagang, bagang. Of course, you have processes that puts controls in place and all of that. But you don't have to sit down and be there before money flows. Your staff must be able to do that. And that will only happen if you have a clearly defined hiring strategy, a clearly defined recruitment strategy that highlights the skills, the competencies that this person must have, kind of experience, no matter how basic, even if you don't need an experience. Describe the person that you want in this business. So if you are doing fashion, or you are selling real estate, or you are in a finance industry, or you are in food business, or whatever, or you are in the digital product business, whatever you are doing, you can define and describe who you need as a sales staff, who you need as a customer rep, who you need as the sales manager, who you need as this one, operations. You must know it. You must be able to document it, because good for you. You probably do everything. So you understand your business in and out. So you should be able to identify what the skills, what the kind of knowledge this person should have at the basic. Must this person have this person be proficient in Word documents? Must this person be able to type? Must this person be able to read? Must this person be able to speak English? Those things matter, so that when you are searching for somebody who fits that description, you will know. When you are interviewing, you know the kind of questions to ask. And this is where a lot of businesses struggle. And then you find yourself always changing staff, because after 2 weeks or 1 month, hey, they have almost killed you, or you are in fact, you can't even recognize yourself again because you shout every day. It's because you have not effectively designed a good hiring and recruitment strategy or process that helps you find the right people. There are lots of people out there, and not everybody is meant for you. But I know that there are some that are meant for you, to work for you. So when people tell me there's no good staff anywhere, I don't know what your definition of good staff is, but I hire people, right? And I know that the process that brings them in play a big factor, okay, in helping us achieve some level of success rates. We don't achieve 100%, okay, but you must be able to at least achieve 80% when you are hiring people. It cannot be that when you hire five, all five are bad, then something is wrong with your process. If you don't get this right, you will be struggling with retention. I know that employee retention is a big thing out there globally, and reality is that is the experiences of all businesses. It will happen. I mean, I used to work with someone and I'm running my business. So, I mean, that's just a typical example we can all relate with. And you as well, right? You perhaps used to have a 9 to 5. Now you are focused on building your own business, and that is okay. And so, for so many reasons, people will leave at some point. They will jackpot, they will do this, they will do that. But when people are just leaving after 2 weeks, 1 month, 3 months, you cannot even hold staff for 1 year, or you cannot hold them. They cannot build with you. That shows that they are disconnected. They are disconnected from you. And so they cannot perceive value working with you. They cannot perceive value working with you for so many reasons. I mean, I'm not talking about things that we don't have control over, like some people will say, oh, increase my salary. Maybe there's no money, yeah, and there's nothing you can do about that realistically, right? But when it is that people are just not finding, you know, a way to express their gifts and their strengths, and they just feel choked, that means you need a strong people strategy that can help you reduce that turnover. Because if you're able to achieve it, it saves you a lot of time. It saves you a lot of time. It helps you even retain, talent. It helps you cut down the time you spend recruiting, paying recruitment agency, training all over again. So it is best to have a strong people strategy. And what does that do for you? From when you hire them to when you onboard them, onboarding, that's orientation, you engage them, you train them, you compensate them fairly, and you continue to improve on that. You appraise their performance objectively. Some people don't even know how performance appraisal form looks like. How do you now expect to retain people? No, no, that's a weak strategy. You need appraisal systems that periodically gives people constructive and objective feedback on their performance. That is when people themselves will even know that, okay, this is where I need to work on, this is where I am doing well. Not just word of mouth as you feel like you are running, you are working, eating carrot crumb. You, see your big head. I tell you, make you do that one, you not do it. You can do that, but it should not be your, permanent style, because already you're communicating to your staff members that you're just a disorganized boss. And who wants to stay with you for a long time? Once they have saved their money for the next thing they want to buy, or for the next project they want to do in their lives, they will leave you and move on. We started this So Fresh business in 2010. I still have two of my founding members. Yes, two. We've got people who have served for 12 years, for 10 years, for 8 years, for 7 years, for 5 years. And every year we reward them. At the end of every year, we do what we call long service award. When you turn 3 years with us, we make a big deal out of it. We celebrate you. That doesn't mean that in the course of your 3 years, we have not fought, you have not received query, maybe you have even gone on suspension. Yes, those are ways to refine people and make them better, right? Those are okay. But through it all, are people growing? Are their lives changing? Are their lives progressing? or you are the only one always changing clothes and changing phones and changing bag, and they are looking like slaves, nobody will be happy to work with you. So it's time to also have conversations like this so that we treat people fairly. So we do that. And what do we do? We do a plaque. People do frames these days, put frame their picture and just say a sweet word of appreciation to them. How much is frame? Just be creative, be innovative. It can even be a laminated something that you would do. If you cannot afford frame, print something with their picture and say, oh, thank you, we appreciate your 3 years of dedicated service to our company, blah blah blah. Thank you. Sign, CEO. Laminate it. Do picture with your phone. Congratulate them and give them. Let them also put it on their status and be happy. Be innovative. You will be able to retain people when they genuinely see that you care about them, you value them, you respect them, and everything, every money they are making is not just for you and your children to go to the best schools in the world. They see that, okay, we have a salary policy, and so when it is this period, we will get this one. When it's that one, we'll get incentive. Are you getting me? And then skills development, okay? Skills development, which is about training them. We need to keep training, we need to keep upskilling them. You don't need to outsource it and make it expensive, and that will shut down your mind to be creative. No, you don't need it. If you can afford it, fine. But if you can't afford it, you will train. No, ha. Don't say, I'm the one that will be looking for customer. I'm the one that will still train them again. Yes, that was what I did, and I'm still doing it. Because you need to choose. Do you really want to build this business? If you want to build it, you give it what it takes. That's it. It's tough, but yes, it's doable. When you build people, people will build your business. They will have your back. And so you'll be able to also focus on bigger problems in the business. So your people strategy will identify what are the skills that my team members are lacking. And some people, you can train them, they will still not be trainable. I know that there are those categories as well, but you need to choose. Are they still serving the purpose for which you hired them? If yes, then be managing yourselves like that. But if they are not, it's time to choose and replace them. Okay, because this investment at the end of the day will pay off. I know some persons are asking me, you will train these people, they will go. Yes, maybe where you were working to, they trained you. Have you not left? So you can make excuses for not training people, but I'm telling you realities of what I practice in my business and the massive impact it has on my business. So I won't come here and teach you what I have not done. We still have trainings lined up. In fact, we just completed another cycle of what we call food safety refresher training. What we do, of course, is food, and food safety is a big pillar for our growth. So you will hire people from all kinds of places. So you won't just expect that they will be very hygiene conscious. So we are on top of it all and constantly training them on hygiene, personal hygiene, food hygiene, and food safety generally. So depending on your business, you look at it. Where are the gaps? Where are the gaps? Where are most of the challenges coming for you? And how do I close the gap as much as I possibly can within the resources that I have? It is an investment, just like when you make financial investments. Have you not lost money before? So there was an era of MMM. People will put money, and phew, money will go. So when you invest in people too, some you will reap in some places, you may not reap in some places. It is life, and you need to take it that way. But if you train people, it can lead to a more productive work environment, a more healthy, more happy environment where people are happy to sell. They're happy to resume early. You won't be dealing with, they're always late. They're always saying trailer fell on their way to the office. You'll not be dealing with absenteeism or people calling sick. You'll not be dealing with, too much issues of theft, because they know that you care, you are training them, you are developing them. And all of these things are so, so essential for business growth. And much more importantly, if they are the ones that will sell or join you to sell and make lots of sales this Ember season, they need to be happy. They need to be clear first about the product strategy or service strategy. They need to be clear and be confident about selling it. And when you treat them right, the confidence will show, on their faces. Customers will also give you such feedback. When customers are giving you feedback that, that stuff, you better sack her, because you already know that, there is a problem, and you need to look again at your people strategy, how you attract them, how you hire them, then what are the things you do after hiring them. Some people you will hire a completely strange people new to your business, and they're already working. You have already thrown them to go and face customers. No time set apart to give them some level of orientation, to educate them about your products, educate them. So all of these things affect their ability to sell. That is the reality. It would affect their ability to sell. It will affect their ability to give their best every day without you looking for them, pushing them around, every day. So these strategies, I do not want you to forget it. If you remember those 3 strategies, can you drop them in the chat? Drop them in the chat. I want to see who are my active students this evening. For those who remember, can you drop it in the chat? What 3 strategies did I mention this evening? I'm waiting. And if you have questions, please drop it in the chat as well. I'll be very happy to answer your question. Very good, Said Lawal, product strategy. I love that. Fantastic. Yes, we need to create a hot offer. Very irresistible offer this season. Yes, service strategy. Fantastic. You can go to the market and look for unique things that you can sell and make money from. Service strategy, very good. So beyond the products, what experience do you want to live with your customers? How will you make them feel? How will you greet them? How would you engage them? How would you persuade them to buy? That is what we are talking about when we talk about service strategy. And you need to write it down, document it, and use it to train your staff. Tell them exactly how you want them to welcome customers. I'm not saying you should stifle their creativity so that they will not also be creative. No, but let there be a standard, let there be a baseline. And finally, people strategy. Very, very key. People strategy, which is, where every other thing rests on. That is my own superpower. Ability to get people to do what I want them to do. But if I'm not clear about what I want them to do, how can they do what I want them to do? Okay, so that will be all for tonight. I'm happy to take questions, and then we can talk a little bit about my upcoming webinar, where I will give you much more practical insight. I'm sure your notes are full already. Imagine if you show up for my webinar, it's going to be loaded. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma. Just go ahead. While they are talking about the webinar, they can drop their questions in the comment section. So please go ahead and tell us about the webinar that is
Okay.
coming up. And
Okay,
then,
fantastic. I have a
guys,
link for it as well. Can I put the link
please,
in the
guys,
chat?
yeah.
Okay,
So
can I
please,
put the
guys,
link?
yes, you
Okay,
can put the link. I will make
okay,
it show on the screen. But in the
okay,
meantime,
fantastic.
when she's talking about the webinar, please, it's a webinar that I need you to really be there. When she's talking about the webinar, please drop your questions in the comment section so that she can answer your questions as we begin to wrap up on the session. All right, Ma, go ahead and talk about the webinar, Ma.
Okay, fantastic. So I have packaged this really important webinar for all business owners, whether you are in the product based business or service based business, this webinar is for you. And it was born out of my passion when I see people struggle with staff. They are struggling. It's not that they are not even making money, they are making money, right? But they are not able to make as much as they would have wanted to if their staff, are very hardworking, and also understand the business goals. So my webinar is titled How to Get Your Staff to Make More Money for You. That is a game changing webinar. It is 5,500 naira. It's a virtual one happening on Zoom on October 15. October 15. That is in how many days' time? Like 12 days' time, 11 days' time. And over 200 business owners have registered already. That gets me excited because it shows that a lot of people perceive value in this, and a lot of people are struggling with getting their staff into the flow. And so if you are that person who needs to learn more about how to manage staff, do not let 5,500 naira shortchange your journey in business. Get on that link and register. I'm closing the registration in a few days time because I really want the class to be very engaging. I'm going to be taking your Q&A. Any struggles that you have with staffing, come. I'm going to give you a clear blueprint. You will also have access to the replay, and that one is priceless. That means you can continue to listen to it over and over again and implement so many, actionable strategies that I'll be sharing with you. I just gave you three. This is not even anything close to what you are going to walk away with on October 15th. Thank you.
Okay, so my sorry, network was a bit off on my side. So guys, if you have questions, I'm not seeing questions anyway. But the link to sign up on the webinar is right there on the screen. Very simple, www.abimbolaconsults.com/mmw. Okay, so you can go ahead and sign up for the webinar, so that you can be with her during the webinar. She's also, if you're in Lagos, she's also going to be at Dominating Business tour on the 14th of October in Lagos. Ma, I'm excited because a lot of people will be listening to you on that day. The questions that you'll be tackling, of course, you have spoken about it. I think that you have to focus on this particular thing. I love this because thank God we're bringing the tour in October. Is an Ember month, so part of the questions I will ask you on that very day will be on staff, basically, because I run an all-female team, and people are like, Emeka, how are you able to keep women together? They are not rambling, they are not biting at one another. I mean, I've never had any rancor since I fully started out. I mean, I left freelancing and started out my full consulting firm in 2020, and I've had an all-female staff ever since then. But not one day have I had one headache. I mean, you said it
Wow.
all, how you employ them. I didn't employ mine through the usual, what will you do in 5 years? I mean, tell me about your future. No, one, I employed her while I was riding with her in a bus on a travel. I mean, by
Wow.
listening to the way she was speaking, I told her to come to the office the next day when we got back to Port. And she came. I took her to speak at an event. And so that's it basically. The unusual, unconventional methods basically that I used to get them on board, and have been truly, truly amazing. So it's part of how it's part of the conversation we're going to be having on Saturday, next week Saturday in Lagos. So if you are here and you're in Lagos, please be at the event so that you can listen more to her. It will be an hour of panel, sitting on the panel, maybe 1.5 hours. We're not, but we need you, a lot of people, to listen to you because we're looking at packing up the hall full to 1,000 business people. And I feel that
Wow.
that's a great place
Wow.
that you can also share these thoughts with them and how they can boost their businesses in this Ember month. Right. So there's one question now, by Sahid Lawal. How do you manage staff that get jealous when you recruited someone better than them?
How do you manage a staff that gets jealous when you just recruited someone better than them? Um, so that's sort of a sense of insecurity, right? That this person is feeling because this person perceives that this other person is better than them. And I always say perception is reality. So why is this person feeling the way the person is feeling? First thing will be to advise you to engage this particular staff. How is this jealousy showing up? How is this jealousy showing up? So, what are the behaviors that this person is putting up or manifesting that um, tells you that the person is jealous? And so, when you are able to identify those behaviors, you need to tie those behaviors back to your values as an organization. How does these behaviors violate your business values? So, for instance, if jealousy is showing up in a way of maybe not greeting, or maybe when the other person that seems better is talking at meetings, this other person sort of talks them down or whatever. You want to be on top of that and quickly arrest that behavior because before it festers and become a bigger issue. It's okay for you to let everybody feel safe in expressing their strengths. Okay, so this person perhaps is looking at only one direction, and then the person is not seeing maybe the strength that they also have. So as their team lead or as their boss, your job is to let everybody understand that we all matter. Everybody matter. And we all need each other. We all need one another to build this organization. So it's about the goal. It's not about individuals and being petty. Those are going to be distractions. So it is about how you correct that with strategic communication. You need to be on top of that really quick. And then you need to speak to their strength, speak to their ego, and let everybody understand that you are all good. If you're not good, I won't have brought you on this team. This was why you are here. This is why you are here. Maybe we are a marketing guru. That's what I need to achieve this goal. So it's about the goal. If you are a supply chain guru or you are a digital marketer guru, that's why I hired you. That's what we should focus on. All right. So let everybody focus on their jobs, on the goal, and let's drive it. So it's about how you just keep bringing people together. That will happen. Okay. I've experienced that as well. But once you sense it, it's a good thing that you have even sensed it, or you have seen it. Perhaps it's showing up in the way the person is behavior in a way that does not conform to your values. So try these tips. Call the person, hey, Saeed, I noticed this, blah, 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 blah. Is there anything you would like to share with me? Is there anything that is bothering you about this person? And if the person is open enough to express how they feel, you need to manage that area of conflict. I still manage something with my operations manager and quality assurance manager last week where they were having clashes. So it's normal, right? It's normal. But it is about how we get on top of it and manage it that makes all the difference. I hope that helps.
Okay, yeah, that helps really well. No other question. The guys, do you have another question for her? Do you have another question, guys? Okay, Sahid is saying thank you, Mar. Thank you. Okay. Any other question, guys? Okay. All right, Mar. Thank you so much for the. Let me put up the link again on the comment in the Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you next week, Saturday in
Me
Lagos. It'll be
too.
an
Me
amazing
too.
time to have you being on the panel session with us. Bring your smiles as you have been smiling along. Of course, I know you will not leave your smile behind. Um, Thank you so much. I've heard so
Welcome.
much about
Thank you
you and
for
your
having me.
company from my friend Chino Sobog. So
Ah,
great, great stuff people are doing. I was happy when people opened very, very close to my office here,
are you
and
serious?
I've been spending all the money I've been making since this year.
Why you're looking so fresh?
Thank you so much, Mark, for
Alright, see
coming on
you.
the live stream. So,
Okay, yeah.
guys, we're wrapping up. You can see the comment. Sorry, see the link. Sign up via the for the webinar here. I mean the HTTPS. Well, www.abimbolaconsults.com/mmw. Very simple, and you can be. I think that MMW is ringing in my head. Making money webinar, something like that. I don't.
You're right.
All right. Okay,
Thank
thank you
you.
so much,
Thank
Ma.
you.
Thank you for
All right
coming on
then.
this live stream with me.
You're
I look
welcome.
forward to amazing stuff that we can do
All right
together in the
then.
coming
All right.
days, and I look forward to seeing you in Lagos. Thank you. You smashed it. You're saying this is your first time to be on live stream, but I mean, you did it like I think because you've been doing webinars, you did like a master. You did like a
Right,
pro.
right, right.
You did
Thanks
amazing.
a lot.
Thank
Thanks
you.
a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sahid, yeah, Sahid, see you soon in Lagos, Sahid. You're in
Mm-hmm.
Lagos. See you soon in Lagos, Sahid. Be
All
there
right.
14th of October at Pistis Center to listen to her more again and perhaps connect and take pictures. Thank you
Yeah.
very much, Ma, and good
Everyone.
night to everybody who tuned in for this live stream and those who are going to watch it again. I'll see you doing amazing in your businesses. God bless everyone. Good night.